I did not send it over to evolve, nor did I get to relax. What I did here was I traded for 2 to show you guys what exactly I'm going for. And it's about to sleep. Anyway, so this is what I'm going for. I traded for this, remember, so I didn't catch this one myself, nor the one beside it. So this is what I'm going for, right? A shiny alpha Mr. Rime in a Strange Ball, meaning it came from Legend ZA. Now, if you simply take a look, this one's male, so this one, everything, for the most part, matches. Well, it matches, you know, to some degree. So you have the blue-ish body. It's more blue when it's not shiny, but, you know, this is the shiny. Kind of desaturated and gray-toned, I guess. So you have the blue-ish body. You have the green Strange Ball, which, you know, matches better with blue than red. And then you have the blue male symbol right here. Right? But then, if I were to evolve the female one, you can see that all that blue now has a red gender symbol here. Now, yes, it does also have the red alpha logo, but the alpha logo's always been red. I mean, it's not that big a deal. At least I didn't think so anymore after seeing this. At least that was until... Yeah, I also evolved them just to show you guys. At least that was until I sent it out, and it's like, oh. Oh, never mind. That's right, that's what this design looks like. Yeah, I'm not gonna evolve the female one. Look at this thing. Even though it honestly does not matter. Like, genuinely, it does not matter. It is such a small detail, it does not matter. But damn it, if I'm gonna do this, I may as well do it the way I want. And what I want is to get a male one because, let's face it, this design looks more masculine with the damn mustache and everything. So, the hunt will continue until I get a male one. That was just a demonstration to show you what it is I'm going for. I'm gonna be releasing those 2 because I traded for them, you know? So it doesn't matter if I release them or not, or if they weren't mine to begin with. While we're waiting, here is day 21 of Eternatus. I should be able to hatch the remaining 2 eggs tomorrow. We're also 3 weeks in to me best buddying... Wait, right? 7, 14, 20... Yeah, we're 3 weeks into me best buddying Eternatus and using the gold bottle cap. I think I am now 175 hearts away from best buddying Eternatus. Oh, wait, is that right? No, 135, I think. Hold on, let me open my Pokemon Go and check. I think it might be 135. Or is it? I don't remember anymore. I checked earlier, and now I don't remember. I didn't have a lot of time, but in the time that I did have, I got a shiny Dustox and a shiny Luxio. While hunting on my own, I got a shiny Dustox and a shiny Luxio. And see, the shiny Alpha Mime Jr. is still here. Oh, wait, one more thing I want to show you guys. It's nothing special, nothing important, but I may as well show it. You know, now that I'm doing both of these hunts at the same time, the Alpha Mime Jr. and the Adamant Nature Alpha Rowlet, I did also find this. I found a Rotom outbreak with a secondary Alpha Horde, and I decided, let me just catch a bunch of Alphas, you know, for every form. Just in case I ever decide to come back to this game and do a living alpha form dex. Which, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I ever will. I really don't think I ever will do that. Okay, wow, I was way off with what I said earlier. I have my Pokemon Go open right now. I am 75 hearts away from best buddying Eternatus. So, in literally less than a week, at the rate I'm going, in less than a week, my Eternatus will be best buddy. So I best buddy Eternatus in 4 weeks. Little under 4 weeks. So like I said at the start, just about a month. There was no rush to best buddying Eternatus. If anything, I should have slowed down. Because when it comes to walking the 200 kilometers, I would have just naturally gained hearts with that anyways. If anything, I did it too fast. Even without the help of Poffins. Okay, so I am exhausted as hell. I am about to faint. But yet, I am still here doing this. I am still here continuing the hunt. I didn't get much sleep last night. Last night, I was tossing and turning, just dreading having to wake up early for work. So I tossed and turned until I eventually fell asleep. But then I got up in the middle of the night. I went to use the bathroom. I thought to myself, it's probably like 4 a.m., 4:30. So I checked the time. It was 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, last night I didn't really get much sleep. I tossed and turned. And then I had to wake up early for work today, and oh boy, was it busy today. Believe me, when I got home, I tried to rest. I tried to nap, but oh, too late. Family came home, time to cook dinner. And then after dinner, time to wash the dishes. And now I'm here. I gotta wake up early for work again tomorrow. It's not gonna be as early as today was, because only on Saturdays I have to wake up extra early, an hour earlier. Every other day, it's just waking up at 8 to 8:30. 8:30 is the absolute latest I can wake up. But on Saturdays, I need to wake up an hour earlier because we start an hour earlier. So 7 a.m., 7:30 at the latest. And I'm so tired. Wow, the bots are quick today! Get off my screen! What else? What else? So, I don't have really anything to go over today. I don't have anything to talk about. So, forgive me if I'm a little quiet today, just because I am so exhausted. However, I do have some little things I want to tell you guys. Want to go over. I have no shows or movies to go over, but there was news that came out. Wait, hold on. First of all, I thought about something regarding Ready or Not 2 when I went over that film like last week. I thought about something. Even during that, I said that the two co-leads, Samara Weaving and Catherine Newton, they don't look similar whatsoever, but yet they're supposed to be playing sisters, right? I thought about something. And imagine this for just a moment. Imagine if instead of Catherine Newton, they casted Margot Robbie. Imagine if they did that. They casted Margot Robbie to play the sister of Samara Weaving. The two actresses actually look super similar. You can easily get the two of them confused, like genuinely. So imagine if they casted Margot Robbie in the role of Faith instead of Catherine Newton. Now, obviously, she won't be able to play the younger sister. Maybe they could have changed it to, like, twin sisters. But imagine had they done that. They casted Margot Robbie to play the sister. But you know what? Speaking of which, not really, we did get some casting reveals for the upcoming X-Men movie reboot. So we had officially announced that Samara Weaving has been cast as Emma Frost. Perfect casting. Amazing casting. And I have been seeing a lot of memes. Because, let's face it, the memes. You just gotta love the memes. I've seen a lot of memes about this casting. Now, Spider-Man Brand New Day just came out. I have not watched it yet, but let's face it, we all know that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey. Alright? We all know. So we have Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey, and now we have Samara Weaving playing Emma Frost. I have been seeing all the memes like, yo, Scott Summers is one lucky man. Cyclops about to have the best life in the MCU. And then I saw other tweets. X-Men. The humans want to kill us. Cyclops subplot. Just shows Sadie Sink and Samara Weaving. I also saw other things like, whoever plays Scott Summers better be drop dead gorgeous to be in the same room as these two. Sadie Sink and Samara Weaving. Yes, here's the tweet here. Scott Summers gotta be the hottest man on the planet if he can pull these two. And then I also saw this one tweet like, yo, Marvel, if you're looking for who to play Scott Summers, I'm available. It's like, I wish I could raise my hand too and be like, I'm available to play Scott Summers, Marvel, Disney. Like, I'm right here. But there's several issues with that. I'm not tall, I'm not in shape, and I'm not white. And you know, a little side thing. I saw on Instagram today, I don't know who these people were. It was just some white guy and some like light-skinned guy on a podcast, because everyone's on a podcast these days. And they were heavily debating if it's okay to use a spoon to eat mac and cheese. And the white guy, he was very adamant, like, no, you should not be allowed to eat mac and cheese with a spoon. Because mac and cheese, they're macaroni, they're noodles. You eat noodles with a fork. You are disgusting if you eat mac and cheese with a spoon. And then the other dude was just like, who cares? Like, you can use a spoon to scoop up mac and cheese. I think on the box, the mac and cheese box, it even shows a spoon with the mac and cheese. And I'm just thinking to myself, God damn it, white people. Just making these things up. Just making arguments for the sake of it on things that are absolutely not problems at all. You know, it's just like using a spoon to eat mac and cheese. White people. Anyway, so Samara Weaving, the babe that she is, has been cast as Emma Frost. Ooh, I will be there to watch that new X-Men film day one. By the way, did you guys know this? I didn't know this until this casting was announced. Samara Weaving's uncle is Hugo Weaving. I never knew that. You might think that their last names being the same may have given it away, but like, well, a lot of people have the same last names. A lot of people have the same first and last names together. That don't mean they're related. Well, I didn't know that. So yeah, I never knew that Samara Weaving was the niece to Hugo Weaving. I didn't know that. It's a bit of a shame that an actor as big as Hugo Weaving was only in Marvel once, playing Red Skull initially, and that's it. If you ask me, Red Skull has kind of been wasted as a villain. He really, like, significantly only appeared once. And that was the first Captain America film. Yes, he appeared in Infinity War, but like a minor role. He didn't really do anything. And he hasn't been back since. And you know, Red Skull is one of the, I don't want to say one of the bigger Marvel villains, but like he's a big Marvel villain. And yet he's kind of wasted, you know? That's just me though. Like it's pretty forgettable to even remember he was even in the MCU. Especially if you're watching in timeline order. You would watch the first Captain America film first, or like one of the first projects. And then literally the rest of the MCU, right? So it's pretty easy to forget he was even there. So, Samara Weaving, cast as Emma Frost. I also saw online people pointing out a potential pattern, which I think may just be a huge coincidence, or rather just an unfortunate set of coincidences. That majority of the projects, or not even the projects, majority of the characters at Marvel, whose projects are either cancelled or their characters are sidelined, majority of the characters are black. Now think about it. Blade's movie has been cancelled, Wonder Man Season 2 has been cancelled, Sam Wilson's Captain Falcon is being sidelined, Rhodey has been mad disrespected ever since Endgame ended. Wait. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what these people are saying, I should say? Like, they've noticed this pattern. Now, I personally think it's just a huge, like, set of coincidences. Blade, that's just unfortunate. Can you believe the Blade movie was announced 7 years ago? 2019! 7 years ago that Blade movie was announced. And absolutely everyone has wasted 7 years of their lives waiting for this film. Mahershala Ali has actually dunked on Marvel a bit, and you can't blame him. I'd do the same thing. Mahershala Ali has probably had to reject a lot of movie projects just to prepare for Blade. Only for Blade to not even happen. I hope you're proud of yourself, Feige! But you know, the thing is, we do know that Blade exists in the MCU. We just never seen him on screen. Because we heard his voice at the end of Eternals, and Marvel Zombies, we saw Blade Knight, not the Kirby character, we saw Blade take up Khonshu. And Blade does resemble Mahershala Ali. So we do know there is a Blade somewhere. We just never seen him on screen. I also saw, I don't know how reliable this is. Maybe it's still too early to say. Maybe it's just rumors or fan accounts saying this. People were also saying that Mephisto is set to return in Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling. Now, it's still way too early to say for certain, so I'm leaning more towards this is probably just like fan rumors. But it would make sense. It would make sense for Mephisto to return in Ghost Rider. Don't even reference Ironheart, like honestly, don't even reference that garbage. Just have Mephisto show up. Oh, I also don't know if this is true or not, but I did also see that Anson Mount did speak up on potentially returning as Black Bolt. Yes. Yes. If there's one group that has been mad disrespected by Marvel, it's Inhumans. We got the Avengers. We got Fantastic Four. We are getting X-Men. We never got Inhumans. Remember when they announced an Inhumans movie? But then that got cancelled. It got turned into that terrible TV show, which I did watch. An Inhumans TV show does have potential, but the damn budget. The damn budget of that show. They shaved Medusa's head, and Black Bolt never even wore his mask. Whoops, you're not the person I'm trying to talk to. You want to know something else that I just never noticed? In Transformers Age of Extinction. I can't believe I never noticed this. I have watched this movie hundreds of times because I love this Transformers movie. The flaws and all. It's not a perfect movie, but damn it, it is my favorite. I know people are going to be like, ew! Age of Extinction? Really? Yes! Anyways, I can't believe I never noticed this. In the scene where Optimus is driving down the desert, Optimus is all beat up. He's all damaged. But then he scans the truck that's passing by. I think it's the Western Star 5700EX. Wait, XE, my bad. When he scans that truck and he starts changing form, I never noticed that the characters inside, they also change clothes. I never noticed that. Their clothes change as well. You know, as the years go by, I see more and more errors be pointed out about this film, like the random dude in the final fight scene between Optimus and Lockdown. Like the random guy that's just there. As the years go by, I notice more and more things be pointed out about this film, but I still love this film. I'm still waiting on that next Transformers project. Preferably with Michael Bay's involvement. Okay, so let me tell you guys about something that happened earlier today. A small conversation I had with my dad. So I was preparing dinner. My dad came over to the kitchen and he asked me, "Where are you working tomorrow?" And I told him I gotta work at that other place too. He's just like, "Again? You gotta work there again?" So I told him, "Yeah, and pretty soon I'm gonna be working there at least 5 days a week." Because my coworker, she's leaving for her pregnancy on the 23rd, today being the 1st. So she's leaving on the 23rd. So when I heard the sound effect. I think it was the Abra. I It is the Abra. I still have a chance. Hold on, save the game. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. You turned around. Okay, wait for it to spawn back so I can see which direction it's facing. That is not a good direction to be facing. That's kind of worse. Turn around, please. Now please turn around. Don't teleport away, don't teleport away. Okay, good. Nice. Another shiny Abra. Anyway, so my coworker, she's leaving for her pregnancy on the 23rd. So, today's the 1st. Once she leaves, then I will be working full-time there. So at least 5 days a week. So yeah, my dad asked me where I was working tomorrow. I told him, I'm working over there too. Pretty soon, I'll be working there 5 days a week. So then, my dad asked me, well, what's gonna happen with your mother? Well, what's gonna happen over here on this side? Because, let me explain. For those who don't know, my sister's currently pregnant. Very early into pregnancy, but she is. And currently the concern is, when it comes time for her to leave for her pregnancy, like 7 to 8 months from now, what's gonna happen at the family store? Because without me there, it's primarily mom and sister. But when sister's gone, well, then mom can't work there alone, and also mom will probably be busy caring for sister as she recovers, right? So, like, what's gonna happen here? So my dad asked, well, what's gonna happen with your mother? You know, once you start working full time, and eventually, what's gonna happen on this side with your mother? And what I told him was, that's not my problem anymore. That's a you guys to figure out problem. That's not a me problem anymore. All of you guys wanted me to have a job so badly. Well, now I have one. And if you guys need to figure out who's going to be working here, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. My dad said to me, think about what you just said. Think about if what you just said is right. And I'm just like, yeah! It's not my fault you guys wanted me to find a job so badly and didn't think about anything else. Because, let me explain something else. Primarily, alright? Primarily, my sister wanted me to find a job so badly. She even applied for me to do interviews, alright? Of course, my parents want me to find a job as well. But primarily, my sister wanted me to find a job so badly. And at the exact same time, she wanted to have a kid so badly. She was trying really hard to get pregnant so badly. And, you know, these were like the two primary things to worry about. Did not think about anything else. So what would have happened if, say, she did get pregnant, and I found a job, so I could no longer be working there, I could no longer fill in for her, when the time comes for her to leave to have her pregnancy. Oops! Didn't think about that now, did we? So, yeah! You guys wanted me to find a job so badly. Well, now I finally found one. You ain't about to tell me, alright, we need you to come back because your sister can't work. She's gonna have a kid. It's like, well, you just wasted my damn time. My time and effort. It's just like, no, you got what you wanted, and that was me finding a job. I have a job now. Who's gonna work on this side? That's your problem. You got what you asked for, and that's me having a job. Period. So who's gonna fill in? Not my problem. You figure it out. You wanted this. It's not my fault you didn't think about this. had the nerve to be like, think about if what you just said is right. Now, I get it, before anyone dogpiles on me. But that's your family! You gotta help them out! Look, if there's one thing my dad taught me, well, actually, he teaches me a lot of things. He kind of can't shut up about teaching me things. But that's just how parents are, you know? But if one thing my dad has taught me, it's that nothing is more important than family. Aside from money. Nothing is more important than family. Family is the most important thing in this world. And yes, I know. Right? So, he taught me that nothing matters besides family. Your sister's pregnant, she's gonna have a kid. Nothing's more important than helping her, supporting her, enduring her, and helping the rest of the family while she does her thing, you know? So if there's one thing my dad taught me, it's that nothing's more important than family. So that's why my dad was so offended when I told him, no, you guys figure it out. That's not my problem anymore. That's your problem. And you know, this is just me coping. If not a single one of them cares about anything that's important to me, why should I do the same for them? Like, I've mentioned this before. I complain so much now that it's so not fair. I need to work 3 jobs, I wake up early in the morning, I still need to come home, cook dinner, do the dishes. Which, by the way, I mentioned earlier, when I came home, I tried to rest, but too late. I had to cook dinner, I had to feed all these clowns. And I also woke up at like 7 in the morning today. Ugh. But guess what? When my sister got home, up straight to bed. And then she napped all the way up until dinner. And I bet you she's napping right now. Yeah, my family's weird like that. My sister, after work, she'll hop in bed. After dinner, well, she'll rest for a bit, watch some TV, and then she'll hop back into bed again. Me, on the other hand, nope. No. But that's besides the point. But it's like, why should I care about things that you guys find important if you guys won't do the same for me? Like I keep saying, I complain all the time about how unfair it is that, you know, all the things I have to do when she don't show up to work half the time, she don't contribute to cooking or cleaning, she gets to sleep while I have to slave away at work. And my dad, he's just like, son, your sister's pregnant now. She's having a child. You need to work harder now. It's like, excuse me? Why do I have to work harder? Why aren't you telling this to her husband? Why are you telling me this? Nothing like, son, you know what your sister's going through. She's pregnant. We gotta be more careful with her. You just have to put up with her. If not for her, it's for the child's sake. None of that. It's just, you need to work harder now. Anyway, so my point is, like, I'm working very hard. Well, actually, that's a bit of a stretch to say. I'm losing a lot of sleep, let's say. Because on days that are busy at work, that's when I work hard. But on days that are not busy, well, I kind of just sit there and chill. Well, I still gotta wake up early and commute, nonetheless. But I work a lot of days now, and I don't really get time off anymore. Across 3 jobs, don't forget. So, I don't really get days off. There was a period, like last month, where, like, 2 to 3 weeks, I didn't get a single day off. And it's like, my whole family just kept on saying, sucks to be you, I guess. Get to work. They even go so far as to say, like, what you complaining about? How dare you complain? And it's like, I keep on saying, I have things I gotta get done too. I got things I want to do. And it's like, what? What things? Watching shows? Playing games? Oh yeah, super busy. Super important things. It's just like, well, maybe not important to you, but it's important to me. So if you don't care that things I find important are important to me, why should I care about things that you find important? And before you make the argument, well, the things that they find important actually are. Kind of like cleaning the house or buying essentials. Unlike your video games and movies. To that I say, shut the fuck up. It's not exactly about what's being done, but it's like, well, you don't care about what I have to do. If it's important to me or not. So anyways, my dad teaches me in this life that nothing's more important than family. And while I've explained in great detail in the past the levels of retardedness I gotta deal with from these clowns, it's kind of hard for me to actually be positive when dealing with them. I'm too tired for this. So, in a couple days, at the new job, they're actually doing renovations. So the whole store is gonna get renovated, and it has to be done within 3 days. Because the appointments are on day 4, so 3 days to get the renovations done. That don't mean I don't gotta go to work. When the renovations are happening, I kind of can't be in the store because there's going to be a lot of moving parts and construction guys in there working. During the renovations, I kind of just have to sit outside the store and wait for anyone to show up, if anyone shows up. If anyone shows up for a pickup, or anyone calls the store and I have to answer the phone, that kind of thing. I kind of just have to sit in a chair outside the store and just be there. And, you know, it's like, I kind of doubt I can really go as far as to do my own stuff while I'm just sitting there. I can be on my phone, but that's about it. I can't pull out my Switch, I can't be doing this and shiny hunting. Because I imagine during the renovations, the boss is going to be there. The boss ain't really there that often. He shows up, like, once in a blue moon. So I'm literally just gonna sit there outside the store for like 8 hours. Literally just like people watching. Great, this is what my life has come to. Oh, speaking of which, so today, being August 1st, today is National Girlfriend Day. I actually knew about this ahead of time because I saw posts warning, don't go online tomorrow because it's National Girlfriend Day. So I mentioned this because earlier, my friend, he texted the group chat asking, did anyone know today was National Girlfriend Day? I just replied, I did. Because I saw posts online saying don't go online. And then he asked me, did you go out? I replied, yes. I went to work. He asked me, was there anything special? Like, did you see any more couples than usual? I'm just like, nah. It's just a normal day. An ordinary day with nothing special to it. He's just like, oh, seems like National Girlfriend Day isn't as big as like V-Day. And I just replied, I think that would make me feel worse if it was. Because National Girlfriend Day, it already makes losers like me, who will absolutely be dying alone, feel worse. You know, my parents are trying their damnedest to avoid that. Well, their attempts are in vain. It's why they really wanted me to get a haircut. Because my dad kept on telling me, I had this one client, you know, he really wanted to meet someone, but he just couldn't. So I suggested to him to change up your hairstyle, and he did, and then he kept on getting the ladies' attention. He even came back to me and said, yo, boss, you were right! Getting this new hairstyle, so many compliments from ladies now. I'm seeing someone now. Like, my dad just told me this to try to get me to get a haircut. And it's like, you can't really do too much to fix me, to fix my appearance. Trying to make me look better with a haircut, at that point, it's just putting the lid on top of the garbage can. Like, there's just not a whole lot you can do to fix me, to fix my appearance. I was always fated to be alone in this world. There's no changing that. You know, when my sister does have that kid, she'll be moving on to the next chapter in her life, which won't actually be that far away from us, because who the hell going to cook for them, feed the kid? But for right now, it almost seems like when she does have that kid, she's gonna move out. She's currently looking for a place with her husband, and, you know, makes sense. They're gonna move out, they have their own family now, they have a kid to take care of, they're gonna move out. And as much as I want them to stay moved out, don't come back, they're gonna come back like every single night, because who the hell gonna feed them? But hypothetically, if they were to move out, what would that be like? Because my sister won't be here, and I think, how fucking nice would that be? She's gone. Peace and quiet at last. I don't have her bitching in my ear all the time. It's like, how nice would that be? But Just like meeting a woman in this world, that's a fever dream. She's never leaving my life. Even if she moves out, she's gonna constantly come back. Well, I hope your guys are more fulfilling out there than mine. Oh, you know what else I saw? Jacob Batalon, the CEO of Sex himself, is now married. And I saw memes about this too. People commenting Dynasty of Sex. And I also saw this one tweet. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, this tweet says, "You just know he's the happiest man alive. That out of any meme / nickname he could have gotten that sticks, it's CEO of Sex." Like, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. You know? The internet loves you to the point you were given the mantle. CEO of Sex. You could have been made fun of in any way. Some ways that are very hurtful. But no, the world loves you! And they gave you an awesome title. Like CEO of Sex. In my experience, the world isn't exactly that kind to fat guys. No offense. No offense to you, Jacob Batalon, but like, you lucked out, my brother. I also saw this post as well. It's the meme of Tony Stark in Avengers Endgame. Tony Stark looking over at Steve Rogers, smirking, smiling when he gave his speech. So it's that. And the caption is, "How my bro looks at me after I force him to binge watch Daredevil before watching Spider-Man Brand New Day." And I'm just thinking, if I did this to my friends, would I get a thank you? No. No, I would not. I force my friends to binge watch Daredevil and Punisher. Would I get a thank you? No, I would not. No, I would not. You know, all jokes aside, sometimes I really could cry about how much of a joke my life is. I'm resisting day after day to just blow my brains out. I also saw Funism finally release their starter Pokemon blind box set, like the... Ooh. Aw, it's just Dartrix. But I'll still catch them just in case there's an alpha somewhere hidden in here. So the Funism... I could have sworn, the first time I saw the Funism logo, I thought it was Furism, because I thought the N looked like an R. What's the set called? Hold on. The 30th Anniversary Pokeball Starter Blind Boxes. I think when you buy one, it comes with 3. Like, it comes with each generation starter. So you buy one, it comes with all 3 of the Kanto starters, all 3 of the Johto starters, etc. So you pretty much have a 1 in 9 chance to get the region's starter that you want. You get all 3. And... yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want it. I do kind of want it. If you see the Rowlet one, there is no thoughts going in that bird's mind. And I do want it. I'm never gonna be able to afford a house in this world anyway, so may as well spend my money on things that have no value but bring me joy. Okay, nothing of value to me here. Oh! Let's see. Really, of all things, the Mr. Mime had to jump out. Man, your shield wasn't even up. Man, the hell with you. I hate this thing so much in this game. Hey, where'd the other one go? I am too exhausted for this bullshit today. Good! Waste my time. Out of curiosity, anything right here? Nope. That is another full odds hunt I still have yet to complete. The Shiny Graveler in Diamond version, Victory Road. I haven't gone back to that hunt in months. Motherfuck. Being back to this, we never left. We never stopped doing this. Whoops. So what are you up to? I am exhausted. Oh, wait, that's right. Something about a... What was that? Something about a Mario Sunshine re-release? I think it's coming out on Switch Online. And I saw a lot of people questioning Toadsworth. People have kind of been dunking on Nintendo, like, where's Toadsworth? Because Toadsworth hasn't appeared in a Mario game in a very long time. They kind of just abandoned the character. You know, I'm kind of wondering why even re-release Mario Sunshine? What I mean by that is, remember when they released 3D All-Stars? It had the collection of Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. And I get it, that was a limited time release, so anyone who did not buy it then, well, now they can. Now they can play it. But for people like me who did buy Mario 3D All-Stars, in fact, I bought 2 copies. Now I have NSO already. Well, I have yet another access to playing Mario Sunshine. You want to know something I thought about regarding back during school time? So the elementary school that I went to, obviously during recess, all the kids went outside. They were at the playground, they were in the field. Well, the thing is, the school had two fields. One behind the building and one to the side. And the thing is, the one to the side, we weren't allowed to be on. So during recess, during any sort of time outside, nobody was there. It was an empty field. In fact, if I think back to it, that field was very underutilized. We would go to that field every now and then for gym class. And then, on a special occasion, we would go tobogganing there during winter. But that's kind of it. I don't remember if that field was used for track and field. When that event happened, I hated that event because I was fat. I'm still fat. But I was fat and I never did good at those. Me running? Not happening. So I always got last place. Yeah, it made me jealous whenever the athletic kids, they got first place and they actually got ribbons. Like, they got prizes for being athletic. Me? I didn't even get the participation award. I didn't even get that. Anyway, so yeah, the school had two fields and one of them was never used. In fact, you actually weren't even allowed to go there during recess. The staff would call you back. And come to think of it, something strange. So, later on in the elementary school years, near the older grades, so like 7th grade, 8th grade, so the school's field had a small little playground. A small little jungle gym. There was no slide, no swings, but there were monkey bars. Wait, were there swings? I don't think there were. No, there were these, like, hand, like, grips that you would swing across. I never had the upper arm strength to do it, but, so the playground, you know, like, it's for kids to play at, younger kids. So, literally, as the years went by, the older kids literally were not even allowed to be there. Like, when I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, you know, the last grades of elementary. Because up here in Canada, high school begins in grade 9. That's like a big joke. That's like a big joke of us in America. Oh, those Canadians in their grade 9 starting high school. So, like, when I got to the later grades, so grade 7 and 8, we literally weren't even allowed to be at the playground. Where the younger kids were meant to be. Like, the kids weren't even interested. The kids didn't even play there, like the younger grades. The first grades, the second grades, they didn't even play there. So when I was in 7th or 8th grade, you know, my grade, my friends and I, we would just sit there. We would climb on top of the playground and just sit there and chat. And the staff actually would come and shoo us away. They're just like, get off, go. You're too old to be here. This is for the kids. When the kids don't even play there. So we weren't even allowed to be there. And no one played there anyways. Duh. Oh, you want to know something else from my childhood I remember? Something that is disgusting, like actually disgusting. I can't believe my parents actually did this, specifically my mom. But that's what parenthood is sometimes. Well, here's your warning. I'm about to talk about feces, so genuinely, this is something gross. So here's your warning. Still here? Cool. Anyway, so I don't know. I just remembered this. Sometimes as a kid, like a very young kid, like maybe 6 years old. Sometimes as a kid, I just can't poop. it just won't come out. I sit on the toilet and nothing comes out. I feel it, but I just can't squeeze it out. And oh my goodness, I can't believe this actually happened. I can't believe this is a real product. And don't ask me how it works. I remember there is a product, a Chinese product out there. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when TVB is on, sometimes the commercial for it will still air. And it is a commercial from like 20 years ago. Even the damn borders. Like it's like the 4:5 4:5 aspect ratios that the commercial was shot in. So it is a square with the two black bars on the side. That tells you how old the commercial is. And sometimes it'll just still air. So, as a kid, whenever I just couldn't poop, I remember there was this Chinese product my mom would grab. It was kind of like this like teardrop shaped little plastic container, like a very small container with some sort of liquid inside. I don't know if it was just water or some sort of liquid in there. So you cut the tip off because it's sealed. So you cut the plastic tip off, and then I can't believe I remember this. I can't believe my mother actually did this. But this is motherhood sometimes. She would grab this, whatever this product is. This product filled with liquid that you cut the tip off of. Me still sitting on the toilet, I would bend forward. My mom would take the tip of this. She would stick it up my booty hole, squeeze the liquid, and then somehow it would just push all the poop out. And then, ooh, I'd be firing on all cylinders. And I can't believe I remember this. I can't believe this actually happened. And like, damn, imagine, I'm sure there are parents out there who actually done this. Imagine being a parent. Your child can't poop. So you need to grab whatever this Chinese product is, stick it into your child's butthole, squeeze, and then the poop will come out. I'm not gonna lie to you, folks. If I ever become a father, there's like next to nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. But something like that, I'll be honest, I think that's a mommy job. That's not a job for dad to do. And I can't believe I remembered that. I can't believe that's something that actually used to happen to me. As a kid, when nothing would come out, she would grab this thing, stick it on up there, squeeze whatever liquid was inside, and then somehow that would push the poop out. And it didn't even take time, too. It was instant. The moment it was squeezed all up in there, immediately it would all come out. Yeah, don't ask me how it worked. I really don't know. I don't even know what the product is. Even when I see the commercial for it every now and then, I don't know the name of it. And you know what the commercial is? It's a very young child constantly knocking at the bathroom door asking, "Grandpa, are you done yet?" Like Grandpa's been in there for a very long time. So then the young boy, the grandson, goes to the cupboards, grabs whatever this thing is, and hands it to Grandpa. And then in the next shot, you see Grandpa's outside with his grandson. It's like, this product help your bowels or whatever the commercial says. And now because I've used whatever this product is, I just have this mental picture in my mind that the old elderly man just had to bend over, stick it up in his own butt. Yeah, I can't believe I remembered that. And this was also something I asked my mom as a kid, because I was a kid, I didn't know any better. So the container was filled to the brim with whatever liquid. But, after squeezing it into me, there would still be like a lot left in there. And then my mom would instantly just throw the rest away, just toss it in the garbage immediately. I asked, why don't you clean it and save it for next time? My mom just like, of course not, that's not sanitary. At the time, I didn't understand, but now I understand, yeah, that thing kind of went up my booty. Help the feces come out. It's like, no wonder she threw it away instantly and did not clean it to save for next time. Of course that makes sense. As a kid, I didn't understand. Like I said, this was like not even 10 years old. Anyone have any ridiculous stories as kids? Oh, whoops. There was an outbreak there. My bad. Oh well. You know, I'm gonna check that out. I still don't have any of those, actually. I don't think. You know, if there's one shiny evolution line that's eluded me, it's the Chimchar line. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have them at all. Brilliant Diamond, I spent 17 days shiny hunting Chimchar. The briefcase simulator. But, like, I don't even have a single shiny Chimchar in Pokemon Go. I don't know if I have a shiny one in this game. I sure never got the static Alpha Infernape shiny. Oh, also, Markiplier has beat FNAF 2 1020 mode legitimately. Like a year ago, it came out that he cheated on it, and everyone collectively said, who cares? Well, Markiplier actually did it properly this time. Just at the brink of success. Because Foxy was about to kill him at 5:59. Oh, also, the amazing Digital Circus is doing some sort of, like, cafe collab in Japan. And it's, like, all the characters in maid outfits, including Ribbit. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. I heard that Amazing Digital Circus is very popular in Japan. And I kind of wonder, how do they watch it? Do they watch it dubbed or subbed? Do they watch it in English or do they watch it with subbed? Wait, no, do they watch it dubbed with Japanese? I've also been seeing some cases of this rumor, only a rumor, Jensen Ackles is in talks to play the new Magneto. It's just rumors. I know Jensen Ackles said that playing Bruce Wayne Batman is like a dream role for him, and a lot of people want it. Me personally, it's kind of hard for me to see Jensen Ackles as Batman. I know he works fine, or even works great voicing Batman, because he's done it before. But like him playing a live-action Bruce Wayne, it's kind of hard for me to see him playing Bruce Wayne. It's nighttime. What was that? Another Abra. Abra. Ah. know what? I'm gonna turn it back to day first. Check out the rowlet. Why did you immediately target that one first? You know what, actually, give me a second. I'll be right back. Now, even though I woke up early, I do drink coffee. I don't love coffee. I don't really like coffee, but I still drink it on days that I have to wake up early. And I feel like coffee doesn't really keep you awake, like make you feel less tired. It more so just prevents you from falling asleep. Like, I don't feel more energetic when I drink it. I don't feel more hyper. It more so just prevents me from falling asleep when I'm in bed. You know? I don't know. Is that how coffee's meant to be? It's not like an energy drink, which energy drinks don't really give me energy per se. Oh, we got a lot of good potentials here. It's kind of adorable to me that these guys don't fly away, they literally run away. Ooh. Yes! Yes! An alpha horde. Okay, so we know there's an alpha horde here. Let's check elsewhere first. Because I saved the game even before coming to the Coronet Highlands. If we can find an atom in nature, then we can be done with that hunt. Why are there still so many? Okay, no secondary horde here. Okay, so there's nothing else here. We just gotta check this and see if there's what we're looking for. Okay, I am going to save the game because none shall escape me. Maybe I should have saved this to permutate, but that's not what we're hunting for right now. If I want a shiny alpha Rowlet, I'll do it in the future. But for now, I am going for regular alpha Rowlets for a specific nature. Oh my god! I will catch all of these. What? You lied to me! Where'd the others go? Could have sworn there was more than 2 left. Because I only got 2 so far. There's no way there was only 4. Am I tripping? Like, they don't flee. Unless they do, kind of like the way Mime Jr. does when something else alerts them. Was it really that? Was that it? Really? Oh, right, I caught... Oh, right, I didn't engage all of them in battle. Okay, let's see what natures we got. Yes! Wow, literally the last one. Okay! Adamant nature, alpha rowlet. That's what I wanted, because I don't really care about natures. But I figured if I was going to go for an alpha rowlet, I may as well get the supposed best nature. And Google told me that the best nature was adamant. So there we go. That hunt is done. Now I can solely focus on Mime Jr. You know what, just out of curiosity, I'm going to look it up. Okay, just the AI overview. The best natures for Decidueye are adamant or jolly, which boosts its physical attack or speed while lowering its unused special attack. Top natures, adamant increases attack and lowers special attack, best for maximum damage output. Jolly increases speed and lowers special attack, good for outrunning more opponents. Careful or impish increases special defense or defense and lowers special attack, ideal for tanky or utility sets. I really don't care. The first one was adamant, so that's what I went for. Ooh, there's one in both. Whoops. Nothing. Nothing. I'm about to end. I'm going straight to bed after this. I'm too tired. I still gotta wake up early for work tomorrow. Okay, one last check and then I will call it for today. We may not have gotten any shinies today, but we did get the Adamant Nature Alpha Rowlet, which is a big win for me, because that's something I wanted for a while. Okay, I'll call it for today. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I am going straight to bed. Goodbye.